Tecia Thomas is one of those women whose presence you feel before she ever speaks. A softness and a strength wrapped into one. A quiet revolution disguised as a smile. Her story didn't begin on runways or in front of cameras. It began in a place far more human, with a girl who was simply trying to find her place in a world that never seemed built for her. Growing up in Australia, Tecia was surrounded by sunlight, open skies, and the vibrant energy of a multicultural world. But even in such a wide, beautiful place, she sometimes felt boxed in. Like many young girls, she absorbed every message society threw at her: what beauty should look like, what the ideal body should be, how small she should become to fit into the expectations of others. As a teenager, she chased those expectations relentlessly. She believed the ness equaled worth, so she pushed herself into routines that drained her spirit. Workouts became punishment. Food became numbers, and mirrors became battlegrounds. She didn't hate herself. She simply believed she wasn't good enough yet. That yet became a trap. But life has a way of leading you back to yourself, even when you wandered far away. For Tecia, the turning point wasn't a dramatic moment. It was a quiet awakening. One morning, after months of forcing herself into a body that didn't feel like home, she looked at herself and felt tired. Tired of shrinking. Tired of chasing a version of beauty that hurt more than it healed. Tired of waiting for permission to feel worthy. That exhaustion became her liberation. She shifted her mindset slowly, gently, courageously. She learned that caring for her body wasn't about restriction, it was about respect. She discovered beauty in softness, in curves, in the fullness of being alive. She let herself breathe again. And when she began sharing her journey online, she had no idea the world was waiting for someone exactly like her. Her posts were different, not filtered perfection, but raw honesty. She talked about body image, self-acceptance, and the painful transition from self-criticism to self-love. She didn't pretend the journey was easy. She showed the struggle, the healing, the growth. Women all over the world saw themselves in her vulnerability. Her community expanded quickly, not because she was polished, but because she was real. Soon, brands began reshaping their own standards because of women like Tecia. She became a face for campaigns that celebrated diversity, curves, and the beauty of authenticity. She stepped onto runways that once excluded women like her, not as an exception, but as a statement. Beauty doesn't require permission. Every photo shoot she did became more than a job. It became a step forward for representation. Every campaign she appeared in carved out more space for women who had spent years feeling invisible. And every time she posted her natural body without edits, she pushed against an industry built on illusions. But behind her success, Tecia remained grounded. She was never trying to be perfect, she was trying to be honest. She talked openly about insecurities that still visited her, the mental work required to maintain self-confidence, and the way society still pressures women to conform. She championed self-love while acknowledging its challenges. What made her magnetic wasn't just her beauty, it was her energy. She radiated warmth, peace, gentleness, and quiet strength. She moved through the world like someone who had finally come home to herself. Her emotional intelligence, her presence, her voice, they all mattered just as much as her image. When she joined forces with communities like Bioglam Curvy Models, it felt like destiny. She embodied everything the movement stands for: unapologetic visibility, empowered softness, and the refusal to shrink for society's comfort. She inspired women of every age and size to embrace themselves without fear or hesitation. Today, Tecia Thomas is more than a model. She is a cultural shift. She is the woman young girls look at and think, she looks like me. She is the voice whispering, you're enough exactly as you are. She is the reminder that beauty is not a size. It's a presence, a truth, a way of living. Her journey is still unfolding, still teaching, still empowering. And with every step she takes, she lights the way for countless others. Tecia isn't just a face of the body positivity movement. She is its heartbeat. Soft, strong, radiant, real. A woman who stopped shrinking and started shining. And in doing so, helped millions learn to shine too.